Every video on this channel was made by an AI. And I don't mean the usual way, where a person writes a script with ChatGPT and hits record. I mean the research, the script, the voice you're hearing right now, the captions, the charts, the screenshots, the keyboard sounds, the thumbnail, one AI model, Claude Fable 5, running a pipeline it built for itself in one afternoon. My total production staff is 0 people. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, what it costs, and the one thing the AI still can't do, because that part is the actual lesson. Here's the entire production process for the video you're watching as it actually ran. 5 commands. Each one is a stage. Scan what's trending, write and voice the script, time the captions, capture the visuals, render the video. The whole thing lives in one repository that Fable 5 built from an empty folder. The scaffolding, the rendering system, the sound design, all of it. When people ask what AI agents are actually for, this is my answer now. You describe the machine you want, and it builds the machine. The software bill is $0 a month, and that's not a gimmick, it's the point. The voice is Kokoro, an open-source text-to-speech model running locally on a laptop. Caption timing comes from Whisper, open source. The video itself is rendered with Remotion, which turns React code into frames free for individuals. Stock footage, on the rare occasion we use it, comes from Pexel's free API. The only thing that costs money is the model itself, running on a subscription I already had for coding. The production studio that would have cost a freelancer pipeline hundreds a month costs nothing. Every video starts as a markdown file the model writes, scenes, narration, and a visual directive for each beat. And here's where it gets recursive. This is the actual script file for the video you're watching, showing the scene you're watching right now. The fenced block below the narration is what generates the panel on your screen. The model wrote a description of this moment, and the pipeline turned that description into this moment. If that doesn't break your brain a little, read it again. The voice you're hearing is generated one paragraph at a time, and it took iteration to stop sounding like a robot. The fix that mattered, generating whole multi-sentence chunks instead of stitching sentences together, so the intonation flows across periods instead of resetting at everyone. Acronyms get respelled phonetically. The model says GPT, not GPT, because spelled letters come out choppy. This is real code from the pipeline, and it exists because the first version was genuinely bad. Even the typing sounds have a story. Those keyboard clicks you hear during terminal scenes are real recordings of Holy Panda mechanical switches, and they play at a very specific speed, strokes every 70 to 125 milliseconds. Why so specific? Because the click track was tuned against a reference recording of real fast typing. The audio was pulled apart, every keystroke onset detected, and the intervals measured. 126 words per minute, jitter included. The sound of someone typing in these videos is statistically modeled on someone actually typing. The screenshots are real pages, not mock-ups. When a video claims developers are reporting something on Hacker News, a headless browser navigates to the actual thread, captures the full page, and the relevant section gets cropped so what's on screen matches what's being said, sentence by sentence. The charts are rendered from data in the script. The article cards, the terminals, the stat panels, everything is generated from that one markdown file. No editor timeline, no drag and drop, no human hands. For the skeptics, and on this channel we like skeptics, here are the receipts. This is a piece of this video's actual manifest, the machine-readable version of what you're watching. Every scene, its audio file, its duration, its word-timed captions. 200-ish lines of JSON that fully describe this video. If you've been watching this channel wondering why the caption highlighting lands on every word, it's because the captions aren't typed by an editor. They're transcribed back from the generated audio by Whisper and timed to the millisecond. Let me put real numbers on the speed, because this is the part that reframes the economics of content. This channel did not exist 3 days ago. The pipeline was built from an empty folder in one afternoon by the model while I watched. The first video published the same day. You're watching the third video in roughly 48 hours of channel existence. Per video, the machine does about 45 minutes of work, a few minutes of research and voice generation, and around 20 minutes of rendering. The human does about 15. A traditional faceless channel outsourcing script, voice, and editing pays hundreds of dollars per video and waits days for turnaround. This costs a subscription and an afternoon nap. So what does the human actually do? 3 things. Pick which topics are worth covering. The pipeline scans what's trending, but a person decides what deserves 9 minutes of your time. Give feedback, not edits, feedback. This sounds robotic, that footage is filler, the typing is too slow. And press upload after actually watching the video, because YouTube's rules on AI content are real, and this channel discloses AI narration in every description. Call it 15 minutes per video of judgment, on top of an afternoon of machine time. That ratio is the whole story of where media is going. Now the honest part, because every video on this channel keeps one. The AI did not get here alone, and the gap is specific. Taste. The first voice pass was choppy, and the model didn't know. The first visuals were generic stock footage, city time-lapses under sentences about benchmark scores, and the model thought that was fine. The first typing sounds were, quote, awful. Every one of those problems had the same fix. A human heard it or saw it, winced, and said so. The model then fixed it fast, permanently, and better than asked. But it could not wince. In loop terms, the model is a phenomenal engine, and taste is still a feedback signal only humans emit. Here's what running this experiment in public has taught me. Last video I said the people winning with Fable 5 are the ones designing loops, goal, feedback signal, done condition. This channel is that pattern applied to media, and the missing piece was never capability, it was the feedback signal. The model can produce infinite competent content. It cannot yet tell you which of it is good. So the jobs that survive this aren't the production jobs. Those are already gone on this channel. They are the judgment jobs. What's worth making, and is this version of it good enough to ship? That's either terrifying or liberating depending on which job you have. Probably both. Every claim in this video is verifiable in the videos already on this channel. The pipeline built them all, receipts in every description. If you want the fine print on Fable 5 itself, the usage limits, the classifiers, what actually trips them, that's the next video, and the machine is already researching it. Subscribe and leave a comment for the human. What should the AI build next?